Welcome to our preschool Bible lessons, and thank you so much for joining us for an amazing Bible story today. Our Mountain Climber series has been so fun to learn. We're able to compare knowing God's presence to climbing a mountain, and this is how. 1. We make the climb. We pray, we read our Bible, and we look for God. 2. We reach the top. What happens when we are in God's presence? God teaches us our identity in Him and shows us who He is as well. And today we're learning our third point, which is to stay. If I were climbing a mountain and I got all the way to the top, I would want to enjoy the view. Mountaintops are very, very, very high in the sky, and they help you see everything. We have learned how to get into the presence of God and what happens once we're there. The amazing thing that we get to learn this week is that God is always there. Now let's take a look at this story.
Hi there, my name is Joe, and I can't wait to tell you an incredible story in the Bible. Our story is found in 1 Kings chapter 19, when a man named Elijah was doing amazing things for the Lord. Elijah listened to God's every word and saw the Lord doing many, many miracles. Everywhere Elijah went, the Lord was with him. While Elijah was doing great and mighty things for God, there were some other people who were not very nice and did not like what Elijah was doing. A man named Ahab and a woman named Jezebel didn't like all the amazing things Elijah was doing for the Lord. Ahab and Jezebel, they worshipped fake gods instead of the Lord, and they wanted to stop Elijah. Jezebel sent a message to Elijah to try and scare him away. She told him that if he didn't stop worshiping the Lord, then she would send people to hurt him very badly. Now, even though Elijah was so close to God, this message really scared him, and Elijah ran away and he hid inside of a cave. God spoke to Elijah and said, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" But Elijah stayed in the cave, scared of what Jezebel might do if she finds him. Then a huge strong wind tore through the mountains and even broke some into pieces. But the Lord was not in the wind. Elijah waited and watched. Then there was an earthquake that shook the ground Elijah stood on. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. Elijah waited and watched. Lastly, there was a burning fire all around Elijah that came and went, and the Lord wasn't in the fire either. Elijah continued to wait and watch. After all of the signs, there was a small whisper, and the Lord spoke to Elijah saying, "Why are you here, Elijah?" You see, the Lord was reminding Elijah that even though he was scared and afraid, God never left him. Eventually, God called Elijah back to the place where Ahab and Jezebel were, and God defended Elijah. And Elijah continued on in the presence of God, doing mighty things in His name.
You see, Elijah spent every day in God's presence. But from what we learned in the story, he still got scared sometimes and forgot that God was with him. Even when Elijah ran away and tried to hide, God showed up and still spoke to him in a low whisper, reminding him that he wasn't where he should be. He didn't need to be afraid because God was still with him. Sometimes, even after we pray or after we read our Bible to find God, things in our life can still scare us or even make us sad and make us forget that we still have God's presence all around us. Whenever you're feeling that way, take a deep breath like this. And remind yourself, God is with me. Can you say it with me? Take a deep breath in and out. And now say, God is with me. That's so good. Now keep practicing that and take comfort in knowing that God is always with you. I love today's story, but we have so much more. And before you go, let's memorize with Mel.
Hey guys, welcome back to Memorizing with Mel. So for this series, we are learning Genesis 22:14, which is on the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. Now, for this series, we're going to do this for on the mountain, and then this for of the Lord it will be provided. Do you guys think you can stand on up and do it with me? Yeah? On a count of 5, everybody stand up out of their seats. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is everybody out of their seat? Now let's get some of our wiggles out. Let's pretend like we're climbing a mountain. On a count of 3, we're gonna climb a mountain. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Climb, 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 climb. Everybody stop. I think we've reached the top. Let's do our memory verse. Are you ready? So Genesis 22:14. On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. Can you guys do it one more time? Perfect. Here we go. On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. You guys are doing such a good job memorizing this verse. I can't wait to see you next week.